Alrighty everyone, this is this week's Railfanning video. In this video, we caught a lot of epic stuff and we met with Canadian Trackside fan. The first train was a GO train unexpectedly. Cab car 367 was leading, and pushing it was MP40 Locomotive 623. As usual, this train has 6 passenger cars on it. You will also hear the emergency horn as well because the engineer actually blowed it for some reason. And the main horn is not the best. Heading back onto the Barrie subdivision, we saw another unexpected freight train. It was led by CN's Gevo Locomotive 3039 with a nice K5 HL horn, and for the rear DPU was 3123. And this train has 191 intermodal cars on it. Alright, we have a northbound coming. And there it goes. Nice K5HL horn on the Gevo locomotive, and there was one for the rear DPU, and that was 3123. So yeah, that was a great, typical train. I mean, a typical C and Intermodal train with 2 Gevos and stuff like that. Heading back onto the Barrie line. Alrighty. Right now we are back at the East Gwillimbury GO station. You can see here. It's been a long time since I last filmed here. I believe I last filmed here last year. And I also filmed here like earlier this week when I saw that unexpected GO train. But that really doesn't count because I was in the truck. I mean in the car when that happened. So yeah, this is an update after it's been a year. You can see here. But train comes at 3:55. And since it's been a while since the last been here, I'm going to give you another quick crossing update. So you can see this green lane crossing is not really changed at all. It still has a Western car hates equipment with the lights, gate mechanisms, and then the general signals type 2 E-bell, and then a safe trend type 3 E-bell that is high pitch that replaced a mechanical bell. I believe a Western car hates mechanical bell. Signal is flashing yellow, I guess, for the GO train because it goes up to, because this GO train actually goes up to Bradford. It was actually a default signal. Oh yeah, I hear the horn. It just went through the walkway crossing, so the crossing should rectify in a moment. While I was waiting for the train, John L57 showed up. Yeah, I hear. Yep. There it is, stopped. And that train was the exact same one that I got stopped at a few days ago. So the gates just went up, so the train should be departing in a minute. Right here is John L, maybe, that is filming with me. Oh, and here comes the train. With a lot of gate runners. Alright, let's see what we will get. Camp car 367 with a wonky horn. An MP40 locomotive 623. And it has 6 passenger cars again as usual. There it goes, you can see heading towards Barrie. Table horn on 367. I've been hearing a lot of these table horns lately. I don't know why. There it goes. So yeah, glad that went there well for the GO train and stuff like that. There's John now.
Hello.
So yeah, I'm going to pause it for now until we'll see what we will get next. So I'm going to just pause it for now. Alright, right now we are at Leitch Road and we have a southbound coming. This southbound is actually going to meet with the Canadian train at Pine Orchard. So yeah, we'll see what we will get. CN's -9 locomotives, 2638 with a nice K3L horn and 2589. And it has 173 intermodal cars on it. Perfect. And there goes heading south, heading towards Pine Orchard to meet with a Canadian. A great K3L horn on the -9, so yeah. Well, we will see what we will get next, so I'm just going to pause it for now. Already, not long after the first train has passed, because it is still flashing yellow, we have another southbound coming. Looks like that southbound is also going to meet the Canadian at Pine Orchard. It has a K5HL horn, so it's going to be a Gevo locomotive. The next train was the best one in this video. It was a grain/intermodal train, which is rare on the Ballot sub. They are more common on CP than CN. It was led by CN's Gevo locomotives, 3877, with an awesome K5HL horn with the 100-year anniversary sticker, and I saw it last year at Concession Road 2, 2966 and 3805 for a DPU. And this train has 100 grain cars before a DPU and 65 intermodal cars after a DPU, totaling 165 grain/intermodal cars. Never seen that before. And there goes this grain/intermodal train. Wow, that was really interesting. I never know I would expect to see a grain/intermodal train. And it came not long. Well, hopefully the next train will be for Canadian, hopefully. Because this train and the other train is going to meet it at Pine Orchard. So yeah, I'm going to pause it for now. While we were waiting for the Canadian to come, some CN workers showed up and they were cutting down trees that were near the tracks. Now the moment you have been waiting for. The Canadian came. The ID is Fear number 1. It was led by Fear Rail's F30PH locomotives, 6454, with a really awesome K3LL horn, and in wrapping, and 6438, which I saw 2 weeks ago. And it was pulling 11 passenger cars. Alright, here comes the Fear Rail. There goes heading north. A great K3LL horn as well, so yeah. Looks like it was going 61 miles an hour due to the defect detector, so yeah. If you recognize this spot, we are back at the Yorkton Line crossing in Zephyr. It's been a while since I last been here. I was last here back in January where I didn't see anything. So yeah. It is on mile 34.78 of the Barrie Sub. It's been a while since I last filmed a train here, so that's why I decided to come back here and film it. If you look in there is Zephyr Road, and before that there's a signal. And the signal going northbound is green. I've been waiting now for like over half an hour and nothing came so far. So yeah. Hopefully something will come soon. And yeah. Railfanning is a crossing case and you can see the mile post number 44.78 of Barrie Sub. So yeah, hopefully something will come soon and yeah. And this crossing has gotten the Siemens treatment because it used to have auto safe train equipment until the Siemens gate mechanisms were added on in 2019 or 18. The safe train Type 3 bell has been there for a while, like for a few years now. It replaced the safe train mechanical bell. This crossing is much newer, and they have the emergency stickers here, you can see here. They were been added on ever since they did the Siemens treatment. So yeah, hopefully someone will come going northbound, and yeah, until then I'm going to pause it for now. Because it was really hot outside, I had to wait in the car for a while. But to pass the time, I decided to call Mike Waters on his cell phone. But while I was talking to him, the crossing activated. And we saw this northbound Intermodal train. This train was not really that special because it just has boring Gevo locomotives. 3136 with a nice K5HL horn 3942, and 3863 for the rear DPU. And this train has 187 intermodal cars on it. Alright, here comes the train, unexpectedly. And there it goes. It was just a typical train with 3 Gevos and that's it. That must be CM 101 or 105, I'm not sure. It just went through separate roads, you can see. So yeah, that's going to be this final train that I saw. at the Yukon Line crossing. I don't think I'm going to see anything else on the way home, so I guess I'm going to call it for a day of Railfanning. But wait, there's more. We were heading home. We drove on Harold Road. But when I was going across the tracks, Tyler M saw the light coming down the tracks. Okay, that's enough, LOL. So I backed in by the crossing case and found this train. It was led by CN's older Gevo and Dash 9 locomotives, 2251 with an awesome first-gen K5 HL horn, 2281 and 2205 for the DPU. And this train has 102 cars before the DPU and 79 cars after the DPU, totaling 181 freight cars. Alright, here's the train, unexpectedly. Perfect. That was unexpected. I saw the light coming down the track and boom, the train was here. And there goes heading up north. A nice first gen K5HR horn as well, so yeah. So officially, this will be the final train of this video. And this was also, and we were at the Hero Road crossing in West Franklin. So yeah. Anyways, that'll be it. And that concludes this week's Railfanning video. We saw a lot of trains with epic horns throughout the week. But most importantly, I'm glad that I met with Canadian Trackside fan. Please make sure you go subscribe to John L57 and Canadian Trackside fan. They make awesome Railfanning videos. Thank you so much for watching as always. I really hope you enjoyed this week's Railfanning video. And that will be it.